Hi, welcome to another edition of MTG Playback. I'm Mark, I'm an actual pastor who plays Magic the Gathering, and so this whole series is where I play a game on Magic the Gathering Arena and then talk about it afterwards, and to just kind of talk about my gameplay, my thought process, and noticing the things I could have done better. So I'm continuing to play a white, green with a splash of blue toxic deck, and so here's my opening hand. I've got 3 lands, and it's awesome because there's 2 basically dual lands. I can have 2 dual lands out by turn 3, and nothing comes in tap. I've got a couple of 1-drops. I've got a 2-drop instant that's going to give my opponent a poison counter, and then I got my big bloated contaminator. So this is like a fun deck, and so let's see what happens. Gonna keep, because it looks good. Alright, so they mulliganed. And so they're deciding about which cards to keep. We got card on top, card on bottom. We're just looking at each other. Just taking a look at my lands. There we go. They play a blue. So I'm thinking about it. What do I do? So I decide, do I do Crawling Chorus or do I do my Skrelv? Thinking they might have a Spell Pierce or something. So I decided, you know what, let's be a little... I want to keep the Skrelv. But I want to get something on the board that won't scare them too much. So they play a Consider. So once I see a Consider, I assume that they are playing that blue deck, which tries to put a bunch of instants and sorceries in their graveyard, so then they can pump up a couple of big Haughty Djinn and Hullbreaker Horror and Tolarian Terror, right? So this is a blue deck that's trying to do a lot of spells, get a lot of spells in the graveyard, and then bring something big and heavy at the end that I can't do anything with. So I need to get poison as quick as I can. So I drew another land. So I have 4 land. I drew 4 land out of my first 8 cards. Put a crawling, get a damage in there, and decide to wait. I have a Bring the Ending, right? And so if I'm trying to stop them, I'm trying to interrupt them in the very beginning. Another land. So out of my first 9 cards, 5 lands. It's not great. It's not my favorite. So I decided, you know what? I have now mana available. I don't want to lose my bloated Contaminator because I'm going to need something big maybe near the end game. So let's get Skrelv out. I'm being a little cautious here. And sorry, in response, Rona's Vortex, which this is a card I don't know much about, but it's going to return it to my hand. It also has a kicker of black, and I see no black in their and I don't see any black on the board, so I'm not quite sure if it's just a card that they just don't have any black mana for, or if it's, I don't know. This is interesting, an Academy Wall, which is a defender. Whenever you may cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may draw a card, and then discard a card, right? So you go through your deck. So it's a 0/5, I gotta get it out. It's going to stop me. So I get rid of it right away. Awesome. So I got, this time did not get a land. So I'm grateful for that. They're pretty much tapped out-ish. So I'm going to put down my Rot Priest. I'm going to take the chance on the Bloated Contaminator, which works. Going to swing in, give them up to 2. So I'm feeling pretty good. They've got 5 land. They got a lot out there. Only 2 cards. So they play for Thirst for Discovery. Makes sense. They're going to draw some cards. They discard a land card. They do Consider getting more cards. Again, putting more things in there to do stuff. I got another Bring the Ending. It looks great. And then they give up. So that's great. I think I played that really, really well. A little conservative, a little slow. They obviously did not get the draw that they wanted, which I'm grateful for. But I think I did what I could pretty well. Let me know if you agree with me. Maybe there's something else I could have done. Should I have been more aggressive? You let me know. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for MTG Playback.